Hey guys, my name is Marta, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Liberation Day by George Saunders. This is, I believe, George Saunders' latest short story collection. It was published late 2022, and as all of his short stories and stories he has written in general, it is very weird and way deeper than it seems. As usual, when I try to review a short story collection, I go through it very surface level, since I don't really know how to talk about a book that is not a soul story. But in general terms, this is a short story collection that explores many different themes, in which I would highlight that of memory. Many stories in this book have to do with how we remember things, how we manipulate those memories, and how much our past sometimes haunts us. As all of George Saunders' writings, as I have said, these stories are very weird, and this is a book that is most likely not for everyone. The stories sometimes develop in ways that you were not expecting, and sometimes the characters in them are very unreliable. Most of the stories are also about reality and about what's real and what is not, and others talk about general themes that we usually find in literature, such as family and bonds between people, and also between people and places. Out of all the short stories, the one that I think enjoy the most and has stuck in my mind the most is the one that gives title to the book, Liberation Day. And I think it's that one, the one I'm going to focus more in this video. It is the longest short story in the collection, and it is one that you can see has taken inspiration from lots of different things, lots of different philosophical concepts. I personally was thinking a lot about Plato's cavern myth while I was reading it, and it's a story that really speaks about memory, about events, about history, and how we choose to tell that history and pass it on to future generations. It's a short story that is very fucked up, that deals with corruption, with slavery, with the idea of everything we know being a mere product of someone's imagination that we are forced to believe. It's a very strange short story that once you read it, it's not going to leave your brain. I started reading the book late November, finished it early January, and that first short story is still on my brain on a daily basis. The book is also overall fantastic in terms of how the stories are crafted. George Saunders is a master of the short story, and you can really see it in his writing. He is a very unique author. He really knows how to tell a story in a way that feels very new and different from something you've read before, and he even manages to make a story sound completely different from the one that goes next or the one that went before. The short stories really highlight how much of an imaginative person George Saunders is. Some stories are really weird to the point where you wonder as a reader how something like that has come up into someone's mind. He is fantastic. He really knows how to tell a story no matter how weird it is, and the best thing about him as an author and about this short story collection is that despite the stories being so weird, they really manage to captivate you. Before reading this, the only George Saunders I had read was Lincoln in the Bardo, which was fantastic, one of my best reads of last year. And with the story, the thing that fascinated me the most was how polyphonic the novel was, and that is something that is also featured in the story. Not only by the fact that different stories have different points of view, because some of them are first person and others are not, but also because sometimes within one same story that point of view changes, and that really shows another topic that he deals with in this collection, which is how we see others and how others see us, and how that can be very different. This overall a very haunting short story collection. Is a short story collection that is not going to leave your brain once you finish it, and as all of his works, I believe these stories are better understood once you read them a second time, because some of the stories I finished and I was like, what did I just read? I do not understand anything, and maybe it's me that I am dumb, but I honestly believe he's a very complex storyteller, and that his stories have a lot of layers that you have to peel down as you read, and that reading a story once is not enough to grasp the entirety of the message. So yeah, I think that is all I have to say without going into spoilers and without focusing much on a sole short story. I gave this short story collection 4 stars because, as I said, I would need to reread it, and maybe when I do, I will give it the 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it. I really recommend it if you wanna get into George Saunders. I don't know if this is a good starting point if you wanna get into the author, because I'm still reading him. This is only the second work of his that I read, and I cannot wait to read more. Apparently I have to read Pastoralia for uni, so that is going to be exciting. Yeah, I love George Saunders as an author. He's one of the most important contemporary American authors, and I clearly understand why. I cannot wait to continue my journey reading his works, and I highly recommend you read him, whether you choose to start with Liberation Day or with any other of his works. This was a fantastic book, a fantastic exploration of so many concepts that I have already mentioned at the beginning of the video. Yeah, Liberation Day, fantastic, made me question a lot of things, make me think a lot, make me want to go back and reread what I had just read. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so sorry for not uploading for a month. I was doing my university exams. I had a lot of exams, a lot of very long essays to write. And yeah, if you've read Liberation Day, comment down below what were your thoughts on it. Comment also down below which was your favorite short story in this collection. Comment down below if you love George Saunders and what is your favorite work of his. And I hope you're doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!